Most people may think happiness is just for rich people, but that's wrong. There are rich people in the world that are not happy, and there are poorer people in the world that are really happy. How is that possible? I'm gonna tell you one simple expert backed thing that you can do today that will make you happy and possibly even happier than someone who is rich. Yes, you watching this video can easily be happier, possibly even more than someone who is rich. Let me show you how. But before that, let me show you why happiness doesn't work the way most people may think. Most people may think that when you get something that you really want, such as, let's say, a Ferrari, the happiness you get after buying that Ferrari stays really high. But science proves that's wrong. What happens when you get something that you really want? Your happiness gets a spike, but it comes down to your baseline levels after a while. That's why you see many rich people not settling and wanting more and more, because being rich doesn't mean you'll be satisfied forever. So if happiness comes down to baseline levels, no matter what you get, then how do we get really happy? Leads me to the second point. We can increase our baseline levels of happiness. It's like making progress in a video game. It doesn't have to stay at level 1 and upgrade its levels step by step until you become a final boss. A good boss, not a villain. So how do we increase our baseline levels of happiness so you can become a final boss of happiness? Which leads me to the third point. There are 28 keys that increase your long-term happiness, and I'll give you one expert-backed key that you can do right now to upgrade your baseline levels of happiness. And I'll tell you a little bit of my backstory so you can easily understand this. I'm someone who had a really hard time in school and college. I have been through trauma, overthinking, overwhelming anxiety, and stress. Basically, at one point, I was like a final boss of overthinking and anxiety, which, jokes aside, broke me. Then I realized if someone keeps finding problems in their life, guess what happens? They find more and more problems, and it becomes a cycle of negativity. But if you start to think that there are people who have worse problems than me, and you know what? Things could have been worse for me too. When you start to become grateful for the blessings that are in your life, such as your eyes that you're watching this video with, the ears that you're hearing this video with, that can break the cycle of negativity. And now you're finding more and more positive things in your life. And now it becomes a positive cycle, which increases your baseline levels of happiness. By the way, what I just mentioned is just one key. There are 27 more keys that are guaranteed to increase your overall levels of happiness in your life. If you want to get all of them, check the first link in the description. And if you want free high quality weekly value, join my free newsletter, which is the second link in the description. And have a good day.